If we could have a warm round of applause for Steffan Heerdt. Take it away.
Thank you, Senko. Thanks, Ivan, and thanks all of you for having me. And yeah, good morning. Yeah, my name is Steffan. As Ivan already mentioned, I work in the in the industry more than 20 years. Worked in different Hyatt hotels, actually 20 years now, since August this year. And yeah, very proud working in Singapore in one of our iconic hotels, the Grand Hyatt Hotel. Maybe some of you very familiar with this hotel, some maybe not really, but that I try to change now. Yeah, the hotel is open since 1971, actually in March 1971. It's more than 50 years old. Going through a renovation. Let me... okay. I think... Sorry. I go back a little bit. Because I have a picture from the front of the hotel, how it will look in the future. Because the hotel is closed since a year now, as I mentioned, going through a major renovation to change quite a bit, which holds us up actually from the reopening. But that's actually not the topic. The topic is sustainability. Our slogan at Hyatt International is food sourcefully sourced, carefully served. That means we're looking for solutions, finding food which comes from different sources, and actually it's healthy, provided healthy, sustainable and responsible food for the guests and for our colleagues. I don't know, a lot of people maybe know this gentleman. It's Lucas Glanville. This was our hero of sustainability. He started with sustainability in 2015, where we imported and actually got a certification of chain of custody for MSC and ASC certified products, mainly in prawns and some seafood products. And with this initiative, we just roll out different sustainable products. We just got in 2019 our beef and lamb program, where we imported from Australia the whole beef and the whole lamb carcass, which we have used in all of our outlets, which also it's a great initiative to educate the team members in or the chefs in the whole hotel. Let me push forwards. Yeah, this is our seafood, which we have used in the whole hotel, used over the year, 200 tons of seafood, which comes really 80% from sustainable source, not only from ASC and MSC certified seafood, also from Friends of the Sea, BPA. We're looking for more partnerships in different seafood sector with certification. Actually, the goal is in the future to reach, if it's possible, 100%. We're fighting very hard for getting this goal achieved in the future, but this will take for sure a few more months, years to reach this goal. The next slide, as I has mentioned, is our whole animal beef program. We imported the whole carcass from west of Australia, Coolgardie Cattle Farms, where we have a very good relationship with those companies. We have a direct import license, which makes us much easier to import those products, as well the whole animal from Roaring Fortis lamb. as well. It's a great relationship with those farmers and producers to getting in the products. As you can see here, the animal comes divided in different parts, cuts, which are used in all of our kitchen, hotel. Of course, we had a challenge in the beginning when we start this program. We kind of over-ordered. We had no idea how much we can go through in the beginning. We ordered all the products like the offals, the bones, the different meat cuts, the fats. But we realized you can't go through all those products. The customers is not ready, especially in a large city than Singapore. They're not really used to all this offals like the heart, the liver, the kidneys. We tried to bring it to the guests, but we had positive but more negative feedback. That's why we have decided not getting in those cuts anymore, but focus more on the rest of the animal, like from tail actually to nose or to tongue. The same goes with the lamb, and actually we went per month. We ordered about 9 kettles of beef and about 50 lamb bodies every month. Of course, the hotel is huge. We have 5 restaurants. We have 16 event spaces. And we have in the future 699 rooms. You're going through a lot of those products. As well, the organic vegetables. We just collaborating with Beats and More from Malaysia and Cayman Islands, where we getting in lesser than the ton per month. About, which is a huge help for us using those products. As well, there's also challenging in the beginning because what we had, the products came in, and as you know, in organic products, there's definitely some byproducts like snails and maybe little worms, and the chef need to get used to it to wash the vegetable properly. Because what you normally get from overseas, everything is properly washed. Of course, you rinse it in the hotel, but now with organic farms, there's a bit more. And sometimes we just serve the organic vegetables in different dishes, and definitely there was maybe 2 eyes looking out at the customer, and myself or the head chef had to go to the table and apologize that the chef was not rinsing properly the vegetable. This was one of the problem we have solved in the past. Not having too much byproducts in those vegetables, but it's a great product, and great to see the chefs coming up with new ideas, new dishes to present, present those dishes. This is other initiatives of sustainability we're doing in the hotel. It's a lot of words, but this is developed over the many years now, since actually 2002, where we have started with a green plan, where we have reduced or controlled the energy about our air conditioning. From the top, zero waste dishes we have created with a company, Light Blue. I come later to that. Then we're importing organic rice, cage-free eggs, plant-based products all through the whole hotel. We're collaborating with Nordic Water, room service, drop-off positioning. There's so many different initiatives. We run through the whole hotel. It's always great to see, and nice to be kind of a forerunner in Singapore. Sorry. This is another initiative we have created in 2016 if I'm not wrong. This was actually is our rooftop herb garden. This will be extended in the future. It's not only building a rooftop herb garden in this case. Of course, it's nice for media, bringing people up and showcasing is also using those products. Definitely, the hotel is too large to lying only on those rooftop herb garden. We used a couple of things in the back. You can see bananas. Definitely, to grow bananas, it takes a while. Whenever bananas are ready, we took them down to our local restaurant, Stray Kitchen, where we used them there. And we had some chilies. We had chilies here in the front. We had okras. We had calamansi. Many different plants. But also this whole garden was to protect actually our ballroom in the basement or just right under the green garden to get too hot, to save energy in the ballroom, not let the aircon running the whole day. We was able to reduce a little bit the temperature of the aircon, and that's why we just also built this rooftop herb garden. Initiative to reduce food waste. This is one of our restaurants, Stray Kitchen, the Malay section actually. This is the hotel circulation of our food waste to protect the food waste in the hotel. On the top you see the word light blue. Actually, Benjamin from Light Blue Consulting, he will have a speech later, I think after my speech. We collaborated with them in 2019. Actually, Light Blue helped us to control and get a different perspective of food waste. It's lying on database. We just was weighing different products like the production waste, the guest waste, the buffet waste, spoilage waste, and then from there we was just try to find solution how we can reduce the food waste. We came up with different solutions like the zero food dishes. We just collaborating with different companies like food donations, treasures. Those are great initiative to reduce and cut your food waste in the hotel. Then, of course, we start working with Wise Fins. This will be actually launched in once we reopen the hotel. It's a system where you calculate your dish cost and get a sustainable cost report of your financial business. This helps you in different ways to control actually your food cost. Then we collaborate with Treasure. Treasure is a local company in Singapore. I think it started in 2019, where guests guests can come to your restaurant, especially buffet restaurant, and can collect with a little amount, a box of food, which are almost where the buffet is almost closing, like 30 minutes. We just set it to 30 minutes before the restaurant will close, collecting one box of food. But I haven't seen. I saw so many different people how they collect the food. They just dump everything in one box. The box almost couldn't close anymore. There was ice cream, prawn, rice, vegetables, all in one box, all covered on each other dish. It's the box really couldn't close anymore. And this was for $12. Of course, you need to close an eye. You make the commitment that you sell this box for $12, and you need to go with it. And then, of course, last we donate the food to food from the heart. I think it's always good if you have excess food. It's still okay to eat, to give it to families or to people who can't pay the food what normally our people will buy in the supermarket. That's why I think it's a good thing to do. And then our food waste management system. This is actually one of our biggest program we have in the hotel. We started in 2015. The main driver was Lucas, as you have seen in the beginning. I hope this slide will move. Here. Actually, yeah, as I say, it started in 2015. All of our kitchens are, like the kitchens and the stewarding sections is have some in-feed systems where the food, whatever you have on leftover foods, will be sucked to those pipes down to the basement, where the food gets converted in a fertilizer after 24 hours. And those fertilizers we have used in the rooftop herb garden or in our greeneries around the hotel. Of course, there was more fertilizer what we can use actually in the whole hotel, but there was a collaboration with the company Biomax, who took the existing fertilizer on their side and use it for their purpose. In the future, we will remove this Biomax machines because there was also a lot of errors with the machine. The machine definitely has a grinder which broke a few times, and to get it replaced, it takes just too long. Also, the smell in the beginning was very difficult to handle. That's why we have decided now with the renovation to change to a waste master system, which is enclosed circulation. The food goes in every kitchen, goes into the pipes, going down and get fertilizer, a material what you can actually use in the future for feeding animals. However, that's not at this stage because the Singaporean government is still try to find a solution how we can serve this in the future to maybe local companies. Then to my failures and successes. Of course, we had quite a lot. The hotel runs for so many years, and we have a lot of failures in manpower, in knowledge in the beginning. As you can see on the left-hand side, I'm with a young chef, how to train them how to grill and how to use different parts of an animal. This was, I think, in the beginning our biggest problem, that a lot of chefs don't know how to use certain cuts. There was a resistance of using bite cuts from an animal. Everybody was looking for the premium cuts like a tenderloin, ribeye, those things. But there's more on the animal, and we try to educate with those programs, of course, also young chefs, as well our guest clientele. Because in those restaurants, there was also one of our main restaurants was Mezzanine, and guests was always looking for tenderloins and ribeyes and strip loins, and that's all fine to have on the menus, but you like in those restaurants, you can change the habit of how guests is eating and how we can deliver a message to the guest. Use different cuts. They can be delicious and they can be nice to use. That's why also I put him on the top, because a lot of we had complaints from guests. Yeah, the meat is too tough. It's not falling apart when I bite in, and I have to chew. And it was challenging. Also with the vegetables, as you can see, the little snail on the top. It was challenges to all the time. Then we have different vegetables from Wheats and More, the Chinese anti-shock. People thought that's a worm. During COVID, we was one of the restaurants or hotels who came up with meal boxes and just to survive and keep the cash flow running. I think not many hotels or restaurants was able to order a lot of products. We was like every month ordering tons of vegetables and meat products. Still, that the community actually closed, but. Beats and More have sent us those products, and we just put them in the meal boxes, and we got calls. Why you have worms in your food, and it cannot happen, and to explain that this is a vegetable and not a worm, it was a lot of calls and a lot of sleepless nights actually. Actually, we decided after a few weeks to take it off and ask Wheats and More not sending anymore this vegetable because it's just too hard to explain to guests. But it was good. End of the day, we just was very successful with all those achievements, and but still the biggest challenge we have is the education of the future chefs. That's why we still continue bringing in those products to educate new upcoming chefs, as well educating our guests. Future goals for the hotel. It's the 5 pillar of the Singapore Green Plan in 2030. Those are the 5 key pillars: city and nature, energy reset, sustainable living, green economy, and recyclable future. All those ones, we are in green or in a good track at the moment. What we do or what will come up, we will reduce actually all of our plastic bottles in the whole hotel. We have removed plastic bottles from event space and from all of our restaurants already in the past. Now room service actually is a big key part what we have or what we will done. This is we will implement a bottling plant system where we can fill up in-house water, which are going to a filtering system and filling up the bottles and deliver to all the rooms. Green nature is actually, or city in nature is actually our oasis area where we built up a new garden. We will extend our rooftop herb garden to a bigger square feet. All those things are in plan, and we hope to be successful in that. And thank you actually, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. The first question there from Mr. Anonymous.
Again.
It's up to each Hyatt property to define a sustainable program, but who champions, drives, and defines those initiatives on a local level? Is this something that the Hyatt determines internally? Does it come from head office, or are folks within the actual Singapore chapter just focused on that?
Yeah, actually, definitely every property has their right to come up with their own ideas, with their own sustainable program, but definitely a lot of things is guided by Hyatt International. We was kind of the first hotel in Singapore and in the Hyatt corporate to came up with a food digester. We are kind of a guinea pig in the industry from Hyatt, and come up with all these initiatives. And definitely, you need people around or in the hotel who drives that. You can't just be a chef and just run forward and do your daily job. You need to always develop new things and think about how we can change the industry. And that's why it needs leaders, the top management, we can't forget, general manager, the owners who need to approve often those projects, because that's the people who give you the money for those projects. And and definitely the general manager, F&B, human resource, finance, they're all one part.
Are you lucky enough to have a good relationship with the owners? I guess a lot of people don't understand, but hotel groups like the Hyatt sometimes don't own necessarily the property, but actually manage the property.
Yes.
And you've been managing that property for the longest time. Do you have buy-in from your corporate owners?
Definitely. Of course, we are lucky. We have a good owner. A lot of people knows we are owned by the Brunei property, or Brunei, and that's why we can go now to this big renovation. But a lot of hotels, they have owners. They're maybe a bit more stingy, and it's hard to bring things towards to sustainable. They always try to block it off because there's always kind of a little bit of money involved, and definitely it's challenging also as chef, and this demotivate you sometimes to go ahead because you're just stuck at one point.
There's a question that popped up a second ago that talks a little bit about this, but what's the financial case for a hotel group to do something like this? Because I'm sure you pumped tons of money into creating all of these processes and protocols, but what's the financial case for a hotel like this, and what should people know about that?
Of course, when we come up with financial, with projects like the food digester, definitely there's a finance involved to make big calculation. By when can we pay off those projects? Sometimes it's just up to zero, and then a new idea comes up. But we try to generate money out of those projects, and
I think we have time for one more question there. But from your knowledge, what sort of resources are available for smaller restaurants to adopt with some of these techniques? I mean, you mentioned your biodigester, but do you have any knowledge of other items that a corporation as large as the Hyatt uses that could be accessible for a restaurant like mine, for example?
Of course, in our hotel we have the digester. In smaller hotels or restaurants, definitely I think it starts already maybe in the kitchen to separate certain food products. What we have done together with Light Blue, we just separating staple foods, meat products, seafood products, to see what you have left actually end of the day. And from there, as a team, you come together and see where can you start saving certain things. And then maybe go out and have a look, is there any organizations to pick up those food, existing leftover foods before you throw it away, maybe to spend it to certain companies or give it away to certain companies.
Thank you. Well,
Thank
thank
you
you
so
very
much.
much, Steffan.
Thank
And
you,
a round of applause for Steffan.
Thank you.